What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide. Welcome to episode 2 of the VHS Graveyard. So today we've gathered to talk about the films of one Herschel Gordon Lewis, okay, who is a figure in the horror world that's often known as the godfather of gore. He was making some splattery gore flicks way back in the 60s, and I believe it all started with this one right here, which is Blood Feast. Now, these are the Something Weird video releases of the Blood Trilogy. These were given to me by my uncle, who first gave them to my dad, and then he gave them to me when he realized I was like totally taking this collecting thing serious, this cinematic bullshit serious. But this film, I knew about it way before I seen it, because my uncle always said around like the dinner table at my grandpa's place on Sunday dinner, he would go, "Have you ever been to an Egyptian feast?" And like me and my fucking brother would laugh our asses off. And I remember one time it was Christmas or my birthday, and he gave me this film. Same with coffee. He ended up giving me coffee on VHS as well. But Blood Feast, this is a very fucked up movie about this twisted guy that's he's into like Egyptian sacrifice and stuff like that, but he's also running a catering service. He's building this fucked up thing in the back room. It's twisted, it's bloody, it's gross, and it's of that time. So these movies are not meant for everybody, but I would definitely say start with Blood Feast, and then I believe the second one in the trilogy was 2000 Maniacs. And I can still remember the first time I watched this one, because I remember going over to my dad's place, and he was like, man, he's like, he was actually watching, and I think he was near done. He's like, dude, you have to watch this. And it's the story of this sort of ghost town that these people end up going to, and it's like during this bicentennial, so they're having all these celebrations and stuff, and there's all sorts of crazy kills, horses dragging body parts around, big rocks falling on motherfuckers. And the song in this, it's like a "Yeehaw and the South will rise again." Well, my dad had his own version of that song, and I'll recite it to you so beautifully. So basically, and the pus runs out of his crown, yeehaw. So it was like, it's much more disgusting than that. I don't remember how exactly it goes, but I remember the term or the phrase, the pus ran out of his crown, okay? Which is fucked to say. But 2000 Maniacs, I believe, actually stars a porno star. I think Connie Mason was a porno star. Was she also in Blood Feast? Yes, she was. Okay, so the final film in the Blood Trilogy is my favorite, and that's Color Me Blood Red. So this movie is all about this painter who's totally uninspired, and he realizes that the color of blood looks fantastic, and gets his art career going again, because, you know, this color of blood is very inspiring and all this bullshit. But a lot of people say this is their least favorite, and I'm like, you're fucking high, man. This is my favorite one. Color Me Blood Red, totally slick. But these Something Weird video releases, they just look so beautiful on the shelf, man. And like the cover art is like that, you know, sort of just not thrown together, but just sort of like very what you expect of a release like this. But very fantastic stuff. I've got a few other H.G. Lewis things to show real fast. They released a very cool like cereal box sized collection of all of his movies that came with a book and a bunch of other stuff. This right here is a bootleg copy of Wizard of Gore, which is one you should check out. Another one that he did was called Gore Girls. And the final thing I have to show is this is actually the Blu-ray of all three films, Color Me Blood Red, Blood Feast, and 2000 Maniacs. So if you're in the market for some fun stuff from the 60s, look no further. H.G. Lewis, the godfather of gore. His stuff is fantastic. So with that being said, if anybody's interested, I have a zine called Cinema 187. This is the 6th issue. It's all satanic, horror themed. There's a 36-page comic in here that I did called Vomit Coffin. That's a Evil Dead ripoff. I'm sure someone out there would fucking love to check it out. So with that being said, make sure you leave a 666 in the comments. Make sure you come back next week for the fucking next episode of VHS Graveyard. Adios.